late game, and in those final moments, they decided to play a bit extra aggressive, pick up a nice few eliminations, and in the end, Yapco almost was able to make a miracle come through, but Queasy shut that down quickly and gave them that victory royale. That's it for game 2, so let's head back to the desk and see what they have to say.
Thank you so much. It's hard to believe that Queasy's trio were going to take the victory royale if you cast your mind back to that off-spawn battle where Swizzy pulled off a miraculous 2v1 versus Ping and Wox. And then obviously they're blessed by those mountainous zone pools in the end mini-miner and made the victory royale look effortless.
Yeah, I mean, this is, again, a tough situation for Malabuka's team. Just, you know, another game 11 where they're trying to make it off spawn. They're trying the same strategy they tried before, and it just didn't quite work out for them. But, I mean, all eyes have to be on Swizzy here.
I mean, how can they not be? They've got to take him down there. Like, I'm all for giving my props to Swizzy because he did phenomenally there. But really, you're pointing fingers. If you're Ping and Wox, you're looking at yourselves in the mirror going, "We've got to win that, right? We really have to win those." And I mean, the rest of the game sort of plays out how I would have expected, right? I actually thought this was what game 1 was gonna look like, right? In one of these games where you allow, you know, the team to sort of come through, you beat them off spawn, you go out and win that game, right? Typically, right? That's what you expect from these elite teams. They obviously didn't do that in game 1. Here in game 2, they make it happen in the exact type of fashion we love to see them do it, Minnie.
Yeah, it's a typical Queasy victory royale, really, isn't it? Trying to dominate that high ground, understanding the zones where they could pull, of course, and ended up pulling over that hill. So they had to put themselves in the prime position. And when you're up on height in this position, it's so straightforward to make sure that teams don't try and contest, because everyone else down below is just trying to traverse up that hill and make their way up, whereas you can just sort of look down and ensure that nobody else can make their way through. So a really straightforward performance, but another one from these guys that we would expect, because this is exactly what they're going to be doing in all of the games.
And the way Swizzy played this game, again, just from the start, starting off with that huge sort of 2v1 in the box, to just being an absolute menace to everyone in this lobby. So many times we watched him in this end game, and he was just putting in damage, just straight damage. And you know, I know the casters were trying to hype up their little potential for Yapco to make something happen. Nah, man, it wasn't happening, bro. Queasy was ready, max HP, always the assurance there. A very strong start from these boys.
I mean, historically, all of these players, even with different teammates, were high ground kings, and now they've come together to conquer. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll be chatting about the rest of game 2. Welcome back to the FNCS Europe Major 3 finals. We're 2 games in, and what games they have been. Let's talk about our end game situation. Just to recap, Swizzy, Queasy, Moustache took game number 2 in style, and they took it from the grasp of Seti, Yapko, and Panzer, a trio that we didn't get to see much of in the group stage because they did qualify via a victory royale, but they're really showing us what they can do now, Levin.
I mean, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. They are rising to the occasion. You know, when we have these major threes every year and there's the teams who we know need to qualify, a lot of the times, a lot of those teams sort of just come through, they skate through, they'll pick up an 8th or 9th place, and that's enough to get them to globals. Jobs are good, and right, Minnie? These guys are not playing that way right now. They're playing like a team who has intentions to win the